With palms together, let us do the salutation to the triple gem. Let us pay respects to the triple gem. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantam Abhivademi. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sangham Namami. Let us give offerings to the Buddha. Let's put our palms together to partake in the offerings. Please join wholeheartedly and read the verses together. Offering of light. Light symbolizes wisdom. May the light of Dhamma dispel the darkness of ignorance. Offering of incense. Incense symbolizes the fragrance of pure moral conduct. This reminds us to cultivate good conduct. Offering of water. Water symbolizes purity, clarity, and calmness. It reminds us to practice the Buddha's teachings, to cleanse one's mind, which is full of desires, ill will, and delusion, to attain the state of purity. Offering of fruits. Fruits symbolize the ultimate fruit of enlightenment, which is our goal. They also remind us that all actions will have their effects. Offering of flowers. Flowers symbolize impermanence. The freshness, fragrance, and beauty of flowers are impermanent. This reminds us that we should all live in the present. Remembering thus, we should reduce our craving and attachment. Let us pay preliminary homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. We chant the verses for taking the three refuges. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. We chant these verses to observe the 5 precepts. Panatipata Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Adinyadana Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Kamesu Miccachara Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Musawada Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Surameraya Majapamadhatana Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Recollection of the Buddha. Iti piso bhagawa arahang samma sambuddho vicacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhammasarati satta dewa manusanang Buddho Bhagavati. Recollection of the Dhamma. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opanaiko Pachattam Veditabo Vinyuhiti. Recollection of the Sangha. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Samici Patipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Yadidang Cattari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Pugala Esa Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttaram Punya Ketang Lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, before we bring our speaker for today, let us just have, I have a few announcements to share with everyone. So next Sunday, we will have Brother Anson for next Sunday's talk, morning talk, we will have Brother Anson to join us. He will touch on the topic, the pebble that creates the ripples. So this will be an on-site talk. So if you're keen to register to come. Next. Don't have to register, apologies. Just come as per usual next Sunday morning. Okay, so as I mentioned just now, the 19th of June, that's when we have Brother Anson. And then on the final Sunday morning of June, we will have Brother T, who has been a very long time BF member with us. He will touch on stories from the heart and do some sharing. And the title is on Light, the Light. Okay, next. And next Sunday afternoon, we will have Ayah Santini, who is the Sangha Theravada Bhikkhuni in Indonesia, one of the pioneers. She will be speaking on whether is it important to evangelize Buddhist teachings. This will be conducted on-site here at BF only, and it will be delivered in Bahasa Indonesia. So for those who are interested on this topic, do come on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock on 19th of June. Next. This is something that's very interesting. I think many of you have been to Haw Par Villa, but this is very unique because Buddhist Fellowship is organizing this only for BF members. And what is special here is that this is going to be led by a very knowledgeable brother of the Dhamma who will touch on and share the in-depth knowledge on the Chinese culture related to Buddhism. Okay, it's going to be held on the 9th of July. It's a Saturday, sorry, my bad eyesight. It's on Saturday. Meeting time is at 9 a.m. at Haw Par Villa MRT station. So if you are keen, you can and will need to register first via the link below with the QR code. Yeah, or it will be available on the posters outside if you're keen. Okay, next. So this is an ongoing Tuesday yoga program. The next intake will be after 12th of July, but you can join in or check in with the BF office if interested. It's on Tuesday evenings. Next. Yeah. Last but not least, we have this ongoing. It's a happy workout. So it's on every Saturday, starting from 2nd of July, Saturday morning from 10:30 to noon. And it's only held on-site at BF. So please register if you're interested via Eventbrite. Okay, next. So wonderful. That brings us to the end of the announcements, and I'm very pleased to introduce our speaker. Okay, no need for introduction. We are all very well aware of Sister Sylvia. Thank you, Sister Sylvia, for joining us today and giving us your time. So I'll hand over the floor to Sister Sylvia. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys had a good week. Now we're going to meditate. Shall we? Lights off, please. We do 10 minutes. I guarantee for those of you with your mind ready, you will have a fun ride. Sit back. Don't lean back, just sit back. Relax. We're going to do a simple one today. Every time I come in, I will teach you a little skill, a little trick for meditation. Today we're going to do, given the nature of our talk, we're going to do wholesomeness for meditation, okay? So I want all of you to close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, deep in. Slow release. Deep in. And a slow release. You should feel your mind settling. Settling into the breathing. So when you do a deep breath in and a gentle, controlled release, you should feel your mind settling into the breathing. Feel yourself relax. As you scan your body, you should see the muscles, the tightness, all relaxing. We do a slow descent into the body. in meditation, everything slows down. You tell your mind, I'm going to enjoy. For a short while, I'm going to enjoy this peace. So feel your mind settling into the body. Settle into the body. Gentle scan from top of your head. Travel slowly down the face, down the shoulder. You're looking for tightness. You should feel the body relaxing. The body relaxed, the mind is relaxed. The mind is relaxed, the body is relaxed. So with every breath in, body is relaxed. With every breath out, body is relaxed. With every breath in, may this body be well and happy. With every breath out, may my loved one's body be well and happy. With every breath in, may my body be well and happy. With every breath out, may my loved one's body be well and happy. So this life-giving breath that you have, use this breath to hold your mindfulness and wish yourself well. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to the body. With every breath out, your breath goes into the world. Your mind follows this breath out, and you say, may my loved ones be well and happy. Many of you will now feel peaceful. You will feel happy. So your mind has become more powerful. The deeper, the stronger your joy, the lighter, the brighter your mind. So with all sincerity, you now wish the world well. Everyone who is in pain out there, let my mind share with you my joy. May you have a moment of peace. There are many people out there, many beings out there with pain. So let your joy be shared with everyone that experience pain. We learn the Dhamma so we know how to fix our mind. But you must fix your mind for yourself and for others. So let your lightness permeate the room. Let your lightness permeate the world as far as your mind can take. If you find yourself losing attention, losing mindfulness, it's okay. Go back to the lightness, go back to the joy, breathe in the joy, breathe out, you share with others. Breathe in the joy, breathe out, you share with others. For some of you, you can feel your mind lifting, flying. This is how a meditation sitting should be. Every sitting can be like this. Light, balance, present. This is how a mind in its natural, quiet state, the mind is like this. You are able to experience this if you have wholesome mental states. It's very natural. It's just the way it is. Now we're going to end this meditation. We're going to end this sitting. Don't wait, don't open the eyes. We do it slowly. The mind is very light. Take a mental bow before the Buddha in gratitude for the teaching. Bow slowly in gratitude for the teaching. As you bow, this experience is katanita, gratitude. Then a final thing to do is to share your light mental state, this joy, again with the world. First, your loved ones. So in your mind, direct this joy at your loved ones. Just as if you are saying to them, be well and happy. It's a joyous life. To the random strangers, may you all be well and happy. To some individuals who are really not nice, but that also means they are in pain. So if you can, just wish them well. Now to all beings, born, unborn, seen, unseen. To all beings. When you're ready to emerge from this state, you wish the mental energy down to your body. Bring back all this mental energy down your body. Rest it with the body. Bring it down, rest it with the body. Don't keep it up in your head. Just bring it down. Bring it to the heart space. That is the right space to be. Then today your heart is nice and soft. Bring it down. Rest it there. Your mind is becoming in the regaining the normal mental state. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Stretch your muscles. Your body gets active, the mind gets active. Stretch your muscles. How? How was your sitting? Is it good? Who says on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 means no different what? Life is like that one ma, no different. 5 means, whoa, I saw Buddha. Okay, who says my sitting is a 1? Don't be shy, don't be shy. You get a private tutorial session. Who say today, 2 lah, I give you 2 ah. I like you, I give you 2. Maybe 2.5. Who says a 3? Who says a 3 today? Only a 3 ah. You should be getting a 4, right? Who's a 4? Whoa. Who's a 5? Nobody saw Buddha today. Oh, now we must all have a private tutorial session. When you all sit, when you sit at home on your own, what are the odds that you will hit a decent sitting? Like a sitting where you get up and say, I quite enjoy it. Yeah? What are the odds, right? 50-50? Who says 50-50? 50% of the time, I'm okay. 50% of the time, I burn and crash. Okay, who says, I'm going up first, I'm going up first. Who say 100%? 百试百中. Who say that? 90%? 80%? 70%? 60%? Now we're down to 40%. 40%? 30%? 20%? I must see whether I got business for my class. I'm doing a market survey of sort. Okay, I'm getting you guys a bit lighthearted because you are too tense. It's like when you come for a Dhamma talk, right? It's a class. We all must all sit up and we must memorize. No need. My class, you enjoy. You don't enjoy, you can't learn. Okay? Enjoy yourself. Relax. The meditation, unfortunately, it's one skill which can be easily learned, can be easily perfected. But unfortunately, it is one skill where people feel really inadequate. And they blame themselves. They say, I'm not good enough. I didn't know the steps properly. And therefore, I struggle. But it's not true. You struggle not because of the steps. The steps are very easy. It's like getting into a car, putting in the ignition, turn, and boom, the car does all the work. You only have to navigate. And it's the same thing. You get the conditions right, meaning your battery is all charged up. You put in the key and turn, it says, I'm ready to meditate. You will take off. It is like that. But if you struggle for whatever reason, it's because your car got no petrol. Your car got no petrol, the battery is flat, tire is flat, tires are flat. I give you a bit more challenge. How are you going to move that car? So it's the same thing, okay? There are conditions. But anyway, today is not about meditation. Today is about joyous living. I hope in this morning's meditation, you guys had a joyous moment. Right? Got or not? Got lah. Does this thing work? Is it? Oh, it is working. Sorry. Joyous living, fearless death. We settled, I say we because there was like a panel choosing the title. And we settled on this title because of Eileen. Eileen had a big hand in scoping this topic. The reason is because I was trying to pick a talk that covers this month and next month to lay the foundation for a course that I will be starting later, July, but we'll talk about that. The exact period may be July, maybe August, but the idea is these two talks are to lay that foundation for a course. And everyone is invited. Everyone can sign up. And the course is really to prepare ourselves for the eventuality. Death is a given. It will happen. We all know that, right? Any of you don't know that? It's a given. And because it's a given, the way we deal with this topic is either to pretend the elephant is not there, meaning you bury your head in the sand, and as human you shouldn't. As ostrich is okay, but as human you shouldn't, because it will happen. And her point, Eileen's point was, people actually get very scared, very frightened towards the end. And they're always asking this question, have I done enough? Am I safe? Have I done what is necessary to make sure that we do not lose our GPS and end up in the wrong place? That's our fear, many of us, or at least many people. So hence this topic, fearless death. We hope, or I hope, that at the end of at least today's class, you will know how to live joyously. Because you get the living joyously part right, there is nothing to be afraid of. Do you understand? Death, I say, is a seamless process. You living by the Dhamma, you living rightly by the Dhamma, your life is one joyous party. Okay? If you understand the Dhamma, you apply it in your daily life, you should not. I mean, there will be moments where you are unhappy and you'll be annoyed, you are a little miffed. You shouldn't be too upset. You shouldn't have anger as part of your vocabulary. You should be a bit annoyed, a bit miffed. Some days. But most days, you should be at peace. You should be happy. Joy is a powerful word. But we decided it has to be powerful, right? Happy living, no punch. Joyous living, the punch is there. It's more elegant, right? So what we want is to assure you that if you understand the Dhamma, your daily living should be peaceful and happy. Then you say, hey, it cannot, not you have a problem. You're not living by the Dhamma. I'm telling you that, I'm telling you that. If you tell me you understand Dhamma, but life is a pain for you, something is wrong with your understanding. Or something is wrong with your application. Then some people very cleverly will say, Sister Sylvia, you can understand correctly and apply wrongly, meh? Can. Don't know how, but can. It's like we all learn how to drive, right? You all learn how to drive correctly, right? But every day you drive correctly, meh? Some days a bit naughty lah. Same. You can understand. But there will be moments when you chose not to apply. Buddhists say every time you're upset, be metta, right? Think of the goodness, think of the kindness, be compassionate, right? How often we do that? Sometimes we do, it's a good day, sometimes we don't. So application can be a bit wonky, depending on your moods. Okay? I repeat, final point. This is only 15 slides, very fast. Final point, you want to have a fearless death, you must learn how to live by the Dhamma. If you live by the Dhamma, when the time comes, your mind is in a natural cocoon state. It will just drift towards the light. You've done all it takes for that one, to buy that ticket. You didn't get the wrong economy cattle class ticket. You will get a first class. Okay? It is just like that. And you cannot wait until last 24 hours then try and do the right thing, okay? You tell me, last 24 hours can earn enough to buy a first class ticket or not? Not likely lah, unless you strike 4D lor. Again, it's luck of the draw, right? You understand, huh? So, must practice. It's what the Chinese would say, 临时抱佛脚. When you are in need, you go and hug the Buddha's legs. Too late. Okay, must do it normal day. Okay, this is what we're going to cover. Only 4 parts. It's okay, really okay? World within and world without. Managing well the 4 parts. I wanted to call it the 4 management. Then no, that one sounds too much like a HR topic. Right cultivation of the inner world. Okay, the topic sounds all a bit weird, but it's okay. There is a point I spend a lot of time thinking about this. Because if I'm going to help you live joyously and face death fearlessly, I better think very hard about how this is going to be done. Okay? Oh, but before I forget, this week is governing you. This 2 days, it's about yourself, looking after yourself. The next topic is to help others and to continue with the death process. Okay, this week not a lot of death. This week is more about life. I asked this question, is okay really okay? So when people ask you, right, they say, hi, long time no see, how are you? Then you say, okay, fine, I'm fine. Bling, bling, smile, smile, right? And then you will go, and the fellow say, I'm fine. And then bling, bling, smile, smile, right? You tell me, 准mo? Accurate or not? You could be one moment before that scolding somebody. Then, how are you? I'm okay. Right? And why is that? Because we all have learned to make do. Your okay usually equal make doing. You're not really okay. Even the fellow who's consulting someone for mental health will say, I'm okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? Most of us actually, if I were to give you, I forgot the name of that professor who came up with this. If I were to ask you, imagine this, it's a ladder, okay? And the ladder, the higher you go on the rung of the ladder, the better you are. The more, the better you feel about life, okay? Think of it as a ladder. And if you were to be asked, Which rung, let's say this ladder has 5 rungs. Which rung are you at? Most of you will likely say the third one. Like a middle path is a good thing, right? I'm at the third rung. Most of you would. Some of you who are really living by the Dhamma will happily go 4th rung. Okay? You are enlightened, you're on the 5th rung. Okay? So most of us will say 3rd rung, right? Then you say, no, I'm at the 2nd rung. Then you know that it's yourself. Yourself having a sense of your well-being at any one time will say, I'm okay, 3rd rung. Then, can I be okay on the 4th rung? Can. If you're really at the 4th rung, you're more than okay. You understand what I'm saying? So why is this important? A lot of us have no reasons to be unhappy. No reasons. But because of the way that we have been tackling life's decisions, making choices, because of that, many a times our mind settle into unwholesome state. Now, you will say, hey, but I'm not a cruel person. Unwholesomeness means it's not skillful. So do you get bored? When you are bored, what do? Indulge in the senses. Do you get worried? Of course. Do you get anxious? Yes. Are you afraid sometimes? Do you get angry? Hopefully, occasionally. But if yours is more than occasion, so yours is occasion plus 70% GST, right? Then not so good. It means your mind leans towards the unskillful too often. When it leans naturally towards the unskillful, you will be afraid when the time comes. Because then your mind cannot be controlled. It will lean and you will lurch towards the unskillful. Do you understand? This thing about last thought moment, and have you heard about the last thought moment thing? Okay, for the benefit of those who are not familiar, the teaching goes like this, that when the mind hits the transition point between this life and the next, there is one small window where it's considered the last of this existence. And the fear for many people is they hit that last moment and then, oops, then it lurches to the wrong direction. Doesn't work like that. Okay? You naturally, if you are naturally on the daily basis, you keep it on the positive side of the house, it's a very long way to get to the negative. It's very long. No matter how your last moment I give you discounted, right, it will still stay within the realm of the positive. Then you will be between good human rebirth, because all of you do dana, right? Good human rebirth, and even better terrestrial beings, celestial beings. Meditator, great, into the Brahma world. Do you understand? You have no reason to fear. Then you say, well, man, 50-50. You got a long way to go, you still can try. If you're 50-50, make sure that you are 75%. Singaporeans all understand percentile. A, B, C. No, let me ask you. If you live your life with quite a healthy, unhealthy dose of negativity, you will at best be a 50th percentile. Your child comes back, Mommy, I got 50 points. You happy or not? It's upon 100. Are you happy? You're not happy. Then how come with yourself you're quite happy with 50 percentile? You give yourself so much discount. Not right, huh? You understand? So what you want is to, on a regular day, any one time, keep the mind wholesome. even if you are not worried about the impending, even if it's nothing to do with death, keeping your mind wholesome keeps you happy, keeps the people around you happy. You who understand how to manage your mind, manage it to help others stay wholesome. Why do you want to be the person that cause other people's mind to spiral into unwholesome? Why? Do you understand? You be the source of people becoming better, becoming wholesome. You don't want to be the source of people spiraling into unwholesome. Fair? This is where you all chorus happily. Yes. This is the most quiet class ever. Huh? Quite quiet, huh? It's a very long preamble into the actual talk. World within and world without. What does it mean? We all live in a bit of a schizophrenic type existence, right? There is a world in there. It's beautiful and glorious. You show it to the world outside. If it's dark, painful, brooding, fearsome, you will keep it all hidden, but it's all inside. Then there is another world out there that you engage. You talk to people, you make friends, you have all kinds of engagements. You understand, right? All of us. Any one of you got one only? It's only all the world inside? Or it's only the world outside? Don't have, right? We kind of macam like doorkeeper like that. We go out, we go in, we go out. Some of us introverts spend more time in, some of us extroverts spend more time out. That's all. But you do that. There is this straddling, right? Got to fix both. Got to understand how to live joyously in both the world in there and the world out there. So we will start today with the world out there. Why? Because the world out there, it's easier to handle. Way easier. The world in there, you don't understand how the mind works, you will feel helpless. Knowing the teaching, understanding the Dhamma, equips you with handling both the world out there and the world in there. Then you say, God, me, I'm very familiar with all the suttas. I do remember Buddha saying that world in there and world out there. All his suttas that deals with lay people, all the suttas that deal with lay people, all of them has both. It's a question of 50% engagements and 50% internal management, or 75% external engagement, 25% internal. They are all like that, every one of them. You don't believe, you just pull up Mangala Sutta. In Mangala Sutta, he says, pick the right place to stay, associate correctly, do your duties properly, right? All those are world management out there. And then he talks about humility, respect, gratitude, and so on. All those are the world in there. And Mangala Sutta is 50-50. 50%, 50%. There's a whole chunk at the bottom. Don't think of Mangala Sutta as the 38 blessing, okay? It is 11 stanzas. You want a number, I'll give you a number. Mangala Sutta is 11 stanzas, not 38 blessings. Forget about 38 blessings. Understand it in terms of the stanzas. And there's a whole chunk of teaching there. So what we have done today is really to amalgamate all these suttas, and then I lay it down into digestible canopies, bite size. Canopy. You go for function, then they bring around those little things for you that you are supposed not to eat with fork and spoon. Just use your finger. Finger food, huh? So I've tried to put it down into finger food size for you. Okay? And in the world out, I say there are 4 components. Now I ask you, this is your world, right? You tell me, what will make you joyous? And there are 4 things here. I identified 4. You can break it down to further, but in the interest of time and for people easier to remember, I came up with 4. You tell me, what's your single source of pain? We flip it the other way around. In your daily life, what is your single source of pain? You got no pain, is it? All enlightened being. Sadhu. Got pain, right? Got agitation. Okay, single source of agitation. Got agitation, right? Don't tell me my neighbor always sweep things into my room. You must generalize. So what's your single source? Come, someone. Come. Who's a relationship? A+. Voila. Okay, what's the second single source of pain? This one I can guarantee no one can guess. Huh? 没有 pain. That's number 3. It will come out after this. Very good. You see, A+, okay? Health problem, number 4. I'm still waiting for number 2. Ego, this is the internal world. The external world comes first. Huh? Food. That comes under health. Hey, someone, come on. Belonging comes under money. Very good. Someone say, sorry. Huh? Environment, Yeah, I never thought of that. The next thought will have 5 items. Hey, I still got my number 2. Reputation comes under number 1. But very good. Yes, you are right. Politics, that comes under 1 and 3. Han? Time. You are definitely A+ student. Okay, what do I mean? You are absolutely right. If we can manage our relationship better, all of us will be quite at peace. A lot of us feel pain from relationship. So Dhamma has beautiful advice, wonderful advice on how to do that, get that right. Time, money, and health. We will go into it and I'll explain further. And unlike most times, I will just flash the notes at you for this round. The key element to remember in any relationship is your frame of mind. Very instinctively, the regular man's frame of mind is, even if you don't say it, but that's your baseline. For many of us, that's a baseline. And the baseline is expectations. How come you cannot understand me? Why you cannot understand me? Why cannot you be more helpful? Why are you like this? Why are you like that? Not that you absolutely cannot, but the Buddha's advice to us in all his teaching on relationship, and the biggest is Sigalo. You go pull out Sigalo. I have listed a whole list of readings for you at the end, okay? For those of you very good luck one, very hardworking, you take a picture, go home and check. But just to give you an idea, in Sigalo, you know he talks about relationship. And 6 types of relationship, 6 sets of relationship. And in the 6 sets of relationship, the theme is consistent, was consistently. What can you do for another? What must you do for another? You do it. No questions asked. Because it will make you happy. Imagine this. You have parents who are very demanding. And if your mind says, I will do my duty. I'm okay. You just be demanding. It's okay. I'll just do my duty. You may be agitated. But think, if you didn't do your duty, if you didn't do it, you may be agitated because why can't my parents be more grateful, be less demanding? But let's say you didn't do it. When their life is over, you will have a regret to the day you die. You might as well just do it. Do you understand? Then you say, yeah, but that doesn't make me joyous. You have to fix the inner world also. But this is the external world. So external world fixing is partial. It's a partial thing. It's like Band-Aid. But you don't do it, you don't even have the Band-Aid. You will have bacteria infestation. You understand, huh? You fix it, you immunize yourself, you strengthen your immunity, you kena a cut, it's okay. I put a bit of antibiotics, I'm fine. If you have an internal problem and it's rotting you from within, you have a cut, congratulations, which arm you want to take off? Do you understand? So, in relationship, managing the external world is more like a Band-Aid type. It's important, it is necessary. You get this right, 50% battle won. But the Buddhist teaching on relationship always starts with this. It is about what you can do for others. It's about how you can embrace others. Don't focus, don't harp on why are you guys not doing this for me? For those people with constant relationship problem, very often it's their frame of mind that has a problem. You tend to blame others for your pain. But you really want to fix it, you must know how to turn the focus inwards and fix this one. You do this one right, the rest will follow. Okay, I also say here, to prioritize the welfare, well-being of others with love, kindness, and consideration. This came from the sutta. This came from the teaching in Sigalowada, as well as Parapawa, as well as Mangala Sutta. They're all there. Okay? And in all these suttas on relationship, the constant point was treat others right, look after them, do your duties, have no expectations. You have this chunk, just this chunk, you are partially okay with relationship. Are you joyous yet? Not yet. This is one of many parts. But you don't get this thing right, this will be a big source of problem. How many of you, I won't ask about you lah, how many of you know of people whose biggest headache is relationship? It's quite sizable. For those of you who didn't put up, actually me, I'm the one with the problem. Maybe, I don't know. I choose to believe not, okay? I mentioned here importance of EQ. You all know, you all agree, importance of EQ, but how? I don't have. First, you must understand what is EQ. EQ has 4 parts. Okay, just remember this. This word, EQ, is the most critical word that you can learn about relationship. And there are 4 parts. Part 1, understanding yourself, self-awareness. Part 2, managing your emotions, your feelings. These 2 parts, minimally, you must get right. If you say, oh, I understand myself, how come you have no friends, leh? If you have no friends, the odds are you don't understand yourself because you cannot see yourself through the lens of your friends and your loved ones. You need to go for courses, take self-awareness courses. Take already, must want to change. Okay? So you have to do that. If you find that you're constantly losing temper, flares up, you have no control, it spiral all over the place. You are like an out of control machine gun, shooting all over the place. You have no self-management, no self-control. You need more practice. This one requires skills and understanding. It can be done. The third part is understanding others, and then you can manage relationship. Now, in the Dhamma, there is no mention of EQ. Buddha is solid, but he hasn't got to this point of modern science, EQ, okay? But there are many parts in the Dhamma that talks about self-restraint, moderation, self-management, managing, and removing your defilement. He taught steps to deal with 2. All the teaching deals with 3. Understanding people, managing others. There's parts of it. He didn't say so much about understanding yourself, because our teaching is anatta. Anatta. Anatta means what? Whatever that you feel, don't identify with it. Do not own it. Do not identify with it. So this is the next level. Now we're all lay people, right? All mundane, Putujana, right? Okay, Putujana, anatta is the higher level of teaching and training. You get there, you don't need all these guys already. You are okay. But we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten to the state of anatta. So it's okay. We just deal with the simple first. And dealing with simple means learning to understand yourself, learning to manage, learning to understand others. If you really cannot understand others, learn one thing: empathy. If you say, I cannot understand people, why they think like that? Empathy. You cannot understand, but you can feel for them. You cannot understand, but you can feel for them. If you can feel for them, know this: anyone who is really nasty and mean has a lot of pain. A lot of pain. The pain meaning they are stuck in a vicious spiral. It's vicious. It's stuck there, round and round. They are trapped in a vicious quicksand. So they're being sucked in. You can choose to hang around. You can choose to walk away. If it's not your parent, it's just a friend, it's not somebody, it is this person, you can't help because you don't know how to, you go fortify your mind first. You want to help later after you fortify your mind. If you stay around, you get sucked in also. That's unfortunately the problem. Okay? Macro level, reputation and social standing. It matters to us how the world thinks of us. But, you know what? If you observe properly your morality, you're a good, decent person, you always treat people fairly, kindly, with consideration, you don't have to worry too much about what the world thinks. Okay? You don't have to. Yeah, but they all don't like me. You just fix your side of the house, they will learn to like you. Or you say, I'm a very good person, a very kind person, I'm very giving, I am Eileen. You know, very kind, very good, very giving. But people also grumble about me, leh. Eileen doesn't bother one, okay? I just let you know. But people also grumble about me, leh. You know, humans, unfortunately, which is why the Buddha says, sampapalapa, stop it. Sampapalapa, gossiping. Okay? Stop it. Why stop it? Whatever comes out of your mouth sits on the quality and the condition of your mind. If you lean towards unwholesome, what comes out will be unwholesome. If you lean towards wholesome, what comes out is wholesome. Right? People who love to gossip and talk, wholesome or unwholesome? You say. I let you say. Unwholesome. So what comes out will be unwholesome. You know that, so don't listen too much, okay? How do we know that we have done this right? If you have managed relationship well and you have managed it right, you, in your daily life, you will have that confidence that is not to worry. Bad news, good news, you know how to handle. You have that confidence. Minimally, there will be people with you. You're not isolated. You're not angry. You're not resentful. You don't have all these mental states. You're generally okay. Meaning, in any relationship that you form, it should last. In any relationship that you form, friends, family members, loved ones, even random strangers, you can actually form a relationship and it will last. If your relationship doesn't last at all, from the day you born to now, you have never had a friend that lasted more than a few years. You know you have a problem, not other people. You have the problem. Right? We all agree on that, right? Okay. How does this make my life joyous? Hello. For those of you with good relationship all around, you know being with people is fun. It's very nice. It's comforting. It's a kind of a refuge. Especially if you have kalyana mita, good Dhamma friends. You're very happy when you come together and you share the Dhamma. And there isn't all this unnecessary unwholesomeness. Of course, you cannot kumbaya all the time, lah. Some days it's not a kumbaya day, right? It's an agitation, right? But it doesn't last. It will fizzle out very quickly because the relationship is wholesome. Okay, so for those of you who wants to understand more about relationship and how to really do it well, as I said, at the end of this talk, there's a list of reading. You can go download, start reading. Start reading, understanding, apply it correctly. Okay, I won't go into the details because there are 3 + 1 to go. Okay? Next. Then some of you will go, time. What is this about time? Okay, 2 parts. Agree? Time essentially are the 2 big chunks. There is one chunk means you're committed means you go to work. For those of you with work, you have to go to work, you have to deliver things. There are duties to perform. For those of you who are still in school, you have to go to school. These are time committed. So in your 24 hours a day, any of you got 25? Not sure how you do it. I'd like to know also. But for those of you, for all of us with 24 hours, there is one chunk, for most of us, for the lucky ones amongst you, with all the support and resources in the world, you don't have to earn a living. Congratulations, it's a good life. Don't settle on just what my mother would say, kek mei peng. Food from a different life. So you must do more this life. But anyhow, for those of you who don't have, whose committed time is less, and most of the time in the day, most of the hours in the day is for you to spend, so it's free time, for you to spend at will. Okay, there are these 2 chunks. What must you do with them, right? The ones where you are obligated and you don't like it. I don't like my work. I don't like going to school. You don't like it. Then the fixing is internal. Change your reference point. The fixing is internal, which is part 2. I'll give you an example. I don't like to do housework. But when I started enjoying that mindful sweeping, mindful cleaning, mindful arranging. You got any more housework or not? I really enjoy this. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't like cooking. I will do it mindfully. With every breath, 1 cup. Cucumber chop. Okay? And then suddenly, housework is not painful. It's quite joyous. I don't like walking to the MRT every step you walk, feel the present mind, feel the current moment, the present moment, it becomes peaceful. I don't like going to school. Change the way the mind works. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow. It's very hard. Take 3 deep breaths, we'll start again, slowly. The joy that comes from understanding something particularly hard, it's good, right? It's really good. Students all look very unimpressed. Trust me, this is something you have to change the way the mind talks. If you say, I don't like it, what is that going to do? How is it going to change anything? You might as well give it a shot. So change the way the mind talks, change the way the mind complains to, I will look for the positive side. I'll look for the positive side of things. Okay? Instead of constantly griping about the negative, change it for the positive. Changing your sanya, changing your perception, changing the way you talk is incidentally a very key part of the teaching. In our teaching, in our training, the Buddha taught how do we change narrative. Okay? And I'll give you an example. You know how we all will, when you have a pain in your hand, a pain in your leg, you will say, my hand hurts, my hand, right? The Buddha says, the hand, say the experience, the feeling. This is not mine, I'm not this is not self. What do you think that's doing? That's changing narrative. He has, in Girimananda Sutta, 10 ways of changing narrative to fix how our mind talk nonsense. Our mind spiral into a topic. The mind is like a pit bull terrier, refuses to let go of that topic. Bite, chew, angry. Doesn't matter if both of us die in the process of fighting. We must fight on. Fight to hell, lor. Literally. You'll fight your way to hell. Is it worth it? At the point when you're fighting, yes. Looking back, no. Why was I so stupid? But how do you stop that? You have to change the narrative, change the way you talk. And the Buddha, in his teaching, actually has given many different ways in which the lay practitioner must change the way they talk. Even impermanence. You know this thing I said, that I will die. I am not exempt from death. I will fall sick. I am not exempt from sickness. I will grow old. I'm not exempt from old age. What's that? Buddha 讲话不是走, we all happily just go on and rattle. No, it's changing narrative. Buddha was teaching his disciple to change the way they assume. And you do that, often enough, you will see how your mind shifts in the way it looks at things. This is the brilliance of our Buddha, that he understands how the mind works. So his method, through the century, perhaps the understanding of what this method means may have faded through the centuries. But this is the 21st century. It's coming back. Everything is back. The right understanding of his teaching and his method is back. We live in a fortunate age. We can learn. And we better get it right, huh? The next time we come back, don't know whether the age is still fortunate or not. Agree? Agree. Say yes. Mind to use, right? The leisure time, very, very important. If you take that time and just indulge, you are feeding loba, greed. If you take that time just to play computer game, you are generating stimulation for the mind. you will not be a happy person. Yeah, I fight already, I'm happy for 5 seconds. You can even count. 1, 2, 3. I must go back and play again. This is the period, because it's yours to use, make sure you take it to use wisely. So what does it mean by using wisely? Do service. How many of you in your daily life actually volunteer a service somewhere to teach the mind, to teach your mind the joy of giving, the joy of helping others? If you have not done it, you better start. You are indulging in what we say, "Ke mei peng," the merits of a different life. That's why we are all well, happy, and in good circumstances. Serve, start, help others. You want to do that for yourself and for others. The Buddha's teaching is always for oneself and for others. And spend this time. You are Buddhist. You said, "I want to learn his teaching," right? Then take this moment in this life to go as far as you can in understanding this teaching, because you will need it again. You want to start primary 1 from literally primary 1 in your next life? Or you want to, you know what, I do a quick jump. I express stream 1. Go out, get rebirth, alive again. Because not Arahan, alive again. But then I understand Four Noble Truth. Okay, let's just go look for Four Noble Truth. You know, maybe by then not Google check, but by then it's, then, okay, there I can find. You will gravitate towards Dhamma. So take this time that you have, free time, to do right by your mind. Do right by yourself in this life. Okay. And this is the advice. Do not, always see time in the I'm obligated and I'm free to use. 2 parts. Make sure there is balance. Balance is not 50-50. It depends on where you are at time. But even if it's 80-20, that 20% very precious. Take that 20% to build wholesome mental states. Whether it's in understanding, in learning, in being at peace, in service, whatever it is, make sure you have time every day for wholesome mental states. Make sure. If it's going to be confined to the morning sitting, so be it. Wholesome mental state is not just meditation. It's really wholesomeness, service, loving, patience, metta, compassion, whatever you call it. These are all wholesome mental states. Do not do like this. Don't lead your life like this. 70% work, 20% drink alcohol in pub somewhere, 10% sleep. This is a wasted life. It's completely wasted. If you have, because I'm not talking about, this is for you to go and balance. There may be some days where, like a weekend like this, all of you here are wonderful. One day, one morning of an entire week. Let's say you have not done anything on the Dhamma. One day in an entire week. Today it's a good day. Today is 60% Dhamma. Okay. Huh? Oh, no. Today. Just today. Day. Today is a good day. So today is a good day. Half the day, 50% Dhamma. Why? Because after you have gone through this, you will check through the reading. And over lunch, as you are eating, you'll be looking at Sigalo Wadda. Internalizing it, memorizing it. It's a good day. Eh? And then tonight, go home so inspired, I shall sit. Guess what? 70% Dhamma today. Wonderful, right? Or find a few friends here, go out for lunch, engage in the Dhamma talk. For those of you who are married to each other who are in the Dhamma, you are lucky. You can be 90% Dhamma. Happiness, right? What a wonderful life. Something like that. Okay? And why? Because something happens to you today, I guarantee you celestial. Money back. You must come and collect from me. Choi, don't come. No, but seriously, something happens to you today. You don't say choi, who knows, right? Today, it's a good day to die. Today, it's a good day to die. Would you rather you die on the day you're fighting with somebody? Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, it has to happen, right? It has to happen. Let it be at a point where you are still having fun with the Dhamma. And then, I no need to talk about fearless, that you'll be joyous dying. Okay? So you read the words yourself, huh? Now, next. Nobody mentioned work, I noticed. But work is part of time. Unfortunately, work is also part of money. So this is the transition point. That's why work has to be introduced separately, okay? And I want to share with you this. This is something which I've read a long time ago, and I love it. Ikigai. Have you heard of it? Many of you would have heard of it. And it's really quite brilliant. And I pick it and say, this is a Dhamma talk, why you bring in Japanese. Shinto. I bring in Japanese because actually many of the things the Buddhists say is consistent with this, okay? To help you learn this, there are 4 conditions to bear in mind when you're assessing any job. Condition number 1, do I love what I'm doing? Do I love what I'm doing? Do I enjoy it? It's a good feeling. Condition number 2, are you good at it? You can love what you're doing, but you sucks. Or you can don't enjoy what you're doing, but you're really good at it. Okay? How you are paid. And the 4th condition, so the first one is love. Second one is skill, good at it. Third is money. Okay. What the world needs. You meet all 4 conditions. Right in the middle is ikigai. Our reason for being. Okay? Now you see all these are intersect, right? If you love what you're doing and you're good at it, you will have passion. If you love what you're doing and the world needs it, it's a mission. If you're good and you're paid, that's your profession. The world needs it, you're paid well, it's a vocation. Okay? That's all the good one. It's all the good. So I want all of you in your mind, you start ticking. Okay? If you tick all 4, congratulations. You are happy, you're paid well or not is your own subjective view. You're happy. You're good at that. The world needs it. Wonderful. Now, what if I'm good at it, I'm paid well, the world needs it, but I really hate the job? Then you are, so, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes like this. You look at the concentric circles there, the intersects. The first one says poor. The number 1 falls outside what I am paid. So what it means is, I love doing it, I'm good at it, the world needs it, but I'm paid peanuts. So therefore, I'm poor. I love what I'm doing, I'm good at what I'm doing, I'm paid well for it, but the world doesn't need it. It feels empty. I'm good at it, I'm paid well, the world needs it, I really don't like it, therefore dissatisfied. And finally, I love it, I'm paid well, the world needs it, but I'm really bad. You always feel insecure. See that? Missing any of the parts and something is missing. Okay. Now, this is ikigai. Oh, everyone now expert of, you're now ikigaians. Okay? Everyone is ikigaian already. Okay. Now we go into the money. Okay? Money. The Buddha's guidance on earning. So money comes in two parts. There's a part on how you earn a living, and the second part is how do you spend it. And the Buddha has mentioned both. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, the ones who are working, or even the ones in school are earning pocket monies and some things like that. Let me ask you this. If you're really unhappy at your work, can you really be joyous? Can, only when you're not in the office, no? Right? Can, but only if I'm not in the office. Then every week, Sunday night, I damn sad. Every week, Sunday night, it's like, oh, I want to go die. Tomorrow I will be seeing my dragon lady or dragon man, or the sorcerer, one of those things, right? Now, in the time of the Buddha, they all had to earn a living. Okay, for those of you who are familiar with Indian history, in the time of the Buddha, life was really hard. You don't have such a thing as passion per se. You have to earn a living, and very often people were born into the caste. They don't have a choice. So because of that, the Buddha doesn't talk about, I love my work. But he did talk about how one should approach work. How one should approach work. This is his advice. This is all from, again, the suttas. First, whatever that you do must be honest, legal, harmless. Whatever that you do. Some people will say, oh, he talks about the 5 trades. You think in the time of the Buddha only 5 trades, meh? That 5-trade business is only for businessmen. Okay? For the rest of us, it is not about abstaining from 5 trades, everything else goes. It is not. It's really honest, legal, harmless. In case you're wondering, the 5 trades are: do not trade in liquor, in guns or ammunition, in flesh, in human, in intoxicants. Okay, 5 trades. And you can see immediately the world has a lot more work jobs than that. So it's not that 5 trades. Just to stress this. Whatever that you do, honest, legal, harmless. Why? Because even if you have everything doing well, you are wonderful at managing relationship, you know how to put a bit of time, ensure some balance in your life, and so you can spend time building wholesomeness. For whatever reason, your job causes harm. For whatever reason. Then there is a part in your mind that will shake. You can never be truly at peace. That's what it means. Okay? Okay. Then the Buddha said, be the best that you can at work. Upgrade skill. Then somebody will, Buddha got say upgrade skill, meh? In Vyakhapajja Sutta, he said, achievement by effort. And he talks about how you should be the best that you can. In Mangala Sutta, he talks about honing skills. You put the two together, what do you have? Be the best that you can, upgrade skill, no? Okay? But seriously, how do you stay the best? How? How do you stay the best if you don't upgrade? In ancient time, you can. Singapore 21st century, you can or not? Cannot lah. So if you follow I will try the best I can, you will have to upgrade skill. He talks about working hard, honest day job for an honest day pay. The words he used, by the strength of his arms and the sweat of his brow, those were his words. Meaning you really have to work hard. And whatever that we do in life, the constant advice for yourself and for others. Okay? Now, you will put these together, what does it mean? actually quite a few of the ikigai is there, isn't it? If you be the best that you can, so you want to find a job that you can do and do well. Hopefully it will pay well, but Buddha didn't talk about that either. Then, the world needs. It's very clear. So minimally, his advice to you is, be really good at what you do. The world needs it. Then about the love part, as I said, Buddha's time, they don't talk about love. And payment is a fixed income in the old days. So that one doesn't feature. Okay? But his advice, if you cannot achieve all 4 conditions, make sure you achieve these 2. Okay. Spending. The long and short of the story here is spend, but don't get into debt. All this came from his teaching. He had given financial advice to Sigala. Sigala Wada Sutta? He had given financial advice to Sigala. I wouldn't say that his financial advice it's easy to follow, but it makes sense. So in his financial advice, there are 3 parts. Okay? Consumption, investment, saving. Buddha talk about investment, yes. But he didn't say invest in stock market. He said invest in future production. Okay? His investment is in future production, which is good for yourself, good for others. So if you are into investment and all you're doing is making commission money, that's not what he meant. What he meant really is future production. Okay? What does this mean? I think this advice on spending is balanced. So for a Buddhist, if you really want to practice his teaching, you have to exercise moderation in your life, but do be generous with people. Do know how to spend it. He actually said this, don't save to the point of people calling you a miser. Because if you save so much but you don't know how to spend, people will call you a miser. Then if you spend so much but you don't know how to save, people will call you wasteful. Viyakapaja Sutta, okay? It is in his teaching. And I won't go into detail, but I will leave it for your reference. Makes sense, right? Therefore, in daily life, don't get into debt. Don't go into vices. Learn how to take care of your loved ones. Do well in your work. Put in the effort. Don't cheat your company. Worse, don't cheat the government. Do all these things, and this settle the external part of the house. But the final one on health. Do right by your body and do right by the mind. You'll be surprised, in Buddha's teaching, he talks about dental care, okay? God, dental care? Yes. He talks about using the twig to brush his teeth. Okay, he didn't use the word brush teeth. He says it keeps the breaths fresh. He talks about exercising after meal. After you've eaten, go for walks. Good for the digestion, he said. Wow, Buddha's so advanced. Yes, he's so advanced. Okay? I'm telling you, don't see him no up. You think what, he only sit down there in the corner and meditate. He lived a life. And you know what is really strange? Number four is a cure-all for a lot of health issues. Number 4. And the one that we sometimes tend to neglect is number 4, health. How often do you sit and calm your mind down? How often do you take time out and just rest? How often do you treat your body to a good walk or a good run? You don't have to build yourself into Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't have to do like, I need to organize myself, right? Or Schwarzenize yourself. You don't have to. But you do want to make sure that your body is not just lying flat somewhere and becoming more and more like a potato. Okay? Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay. Finally, the inner cultivation, the cultivation within. All these mental states are very critical for your joyous living. You do these guys right, actually the outer ones will follow. Okay? And what are the key words here? Generosity, morality. I put them together. Generosity and morality, I pack them as a cluster. Two is a cluster. The first teaching that he gave to lay people all over, every time he talks to lay people, he will emphasize dana sila. Dana is giving, generosity. Sila is restraining your mental unwholesomeness. You don't go and tell me sila means 5 precepts. That's a very low base of sila. You are all higher than that. You should be restraining your unwholesome mental states. If you forget everything, but you remember just these two, you are still joyous. Sister Sylvia, I'm not joyous enough. You dana sila enough or not? Okay, my question to you is, you dana sila enough or not? Sila means giving people, but I give a lot of things. Sila means forgiving also. There's chaga, generosity, means forgiving also. It's not just giving. It's forgiving. It's embracing. You see, in generosity, you ask yourself, right? How do I be generous? It's when I can let go of my wants, my desires, my pleasure, my entitlement. You can let go of those, you can give. You cannot let go of those, your giving is stunted. Do you understand? You want to give, there is a part in you that say, it's okay, I don't need this, I'll give it to you. I don't need the pleasure, I will let you have it. So you're not taking that last piece. I'm not holding on to my entitlement, I will share. Oh, this is generosity, right? So generosity is not just giving money in that donation box for BF to build houses. It is not. It is a lot more. It's one of the hardest. I'll give you an example. You have every plan to go out and enjoy yourself. Someone call you and say, Grandma in hospital, can you come and sit with Grandma? At the part when your mind says, she always in and out of hospital, I just go out for a while, then I come back and sit with her, lor. There is no generosity. And you say, it's okay lah, I will postpone tonight's thing, say sorry to my friends and run off to a hospital because Grandma, my family needs me. So what are you giving up? Time for yourself, pleasure, anticipated pleasure, and so on. That's the level that the Buddha talks about. Okay? So generous morality, faith, saddha. Okay, this is a mental state. Only Buddhists have faith? No. Only Christians have faith? No. Atheists got no faith? No. Not true. Faith is actually this spirit. I like to call it a spiritual. It's a sense of confidence. Yes, it is confidence. It's open-mindedness. It's receptivity. It's a willingness to listen. It is embracing others. Okay, why do I say that? You must look at your mental state. You can have an identity. You can have a religious identity. Okay? And you can say, I believe in this teaching and nothing else. I believe only what I believe in and nothing else. Do you have faith? Yes, but the corrupted type. This version cannot take you very far. It makes you tight, It makes you narrow. It makes you unable to learn and grow. The kind of saddha, I'm changing the word into the Pali word saddha, the kind of saddha, faith, saddha, that we want is the sort that make you soft, light, gentle, willing to hear, open-minded to learning and growing, able to overcome your own narrow, skeptical view of the world. Have you seen Buddhists who are only this version is right, everything else is wrong? Have you seen that? Kalama Sutta, right? He's a Buddhist, ma. He also triple jam and he believes. Then what's his problem? This guy cannot grow, cannot learn, can only learn from himself. Can only learn from himself. Okay? Can only learn from himself because the mind cannot hear what others are saying. How do you know you're the only one right? Why are you so special, you special snowflake? You're the only one right. Why? Cannot be, right? So, but you hear the Buddha in his time, when he talks to people, he listens. He even advised people who have moved away from their previous teacher. He tells them, you must continue to support your teacher because they have looked after you for a long time. You know what I'm saying? He's not dogmatic. Faith is not dogmatism. Faith is a belief that sits on knowledge and understanding, but still have that confidence to be open to what others have to say. You make up your own judgment. You have understanding, knowledge, wisdom. That's faith we want. Okay? Humility and respect are so good to hear, so nice to say, so hard to follow. It's easy to be humble and respectful to people you think higher than you. So much harder to have it as a general trait. Right? But the Buddha is talking about it being a generic trait, a general trait. There is humility, so there is a part in you that does not take yourself above others. There is respect in you, so you're always ready to hear what another has to say. The constant emphasis here is open-mindedness and receptivity. It is not bamboo mind, it's open mind. That is a big difference. Okay? The story another day. Gratitude and contentment, very powerful. To this morning's sitting, I talk about it briefly, about gratitude. Take a bow before the Buddha, I said. Some of you who did it, I'm pretty sure your mind will swell. Right? When you all take a bow before the Buddha, what happened? Who says, oh, my mind lights up? Put up your hand now. I can. Okay. Why is that important? Because you did it rightly. Your mind can swell. You can actually sit on that gratitude and continue the meditation. For sure. Oh, mine doesn't swell. Not enough, lor. Don't feel it enough. Don't get it enough. When the teaching starts to change your life and make you a much happier person, every time you bow, you will cry. I'm so grateful. Okay? Brahma Vihara, metta, loving kindness, okay, friendliness, compassion, karuna, mudita, altruistic joy, and finally, equilibrium, equanimous. All these, talk for another day. And finally, wisdom. You have these qualities, cultivate these qualities daily. Daily. Cannot Monday I do generosity and morality. Tuesday I do saddha. Then today is what day? Wednesday. Today, Wednesday got no generosity. And you eat rice, got one day eat carbo. Day 2, you eat vegetable. Day 3, vitamins only. Day 4, protein. You got eat like that or not? You feed your body with a well-balanced diet. You must also feed your mind with a well-balanced diet. Right? Oh, pick and choose. How can? Okay. Make sure that you cultivate all these mental states daily. You do these mental states daily, I money back guarantee you will be joyous. If you come to me and say, Sister Sylvia, that day you money back guarantee, I want my money back. Then I will say, now you sit down and give me your journal on how you cultivate daily. Must give me mark lah. I mark already, I satisfied, you tried, that didn't work. Then I'll give you money back lah. Okay? Jokes aside, this is just how it is. You get these mental states correct, all those external management will flow. Then you say, then why you spend so much time talking about external? Because you external first, ma. I go into internal, then you will say, yeah, I know already. This is all I know already. I need to know how to manage the world. So I start with the world, okay? As promised, the readings. Take a picture. No, because it was one blank page, right? So I decided I would be creative. I came out with this. Quite nice, right? Okay. And finally, you don't have to have a very sweet one. Jenny will upload the slides, and then guess what? You can cut and paste. One final part as a reminder to everyone. I kept looking for another picture that's nicer than this, but I can't, so you're stuck with this. This is so lovely, this one. A reminder to everyone that we must always put into practice the teaching. The very first teaching I told you is dana, or chaga, generosity. So the idea here about generosity is live your life embracing others and putting your own self-interest and narrow interest aside. And as a start point, you can begin by being generous to PF. Okay? Second point there is our life, this life has been very blessed. You live in a land that's peaceful, that is secure. You have opportunity to education. I mean, even the simple basic amenities in life, fresh running water. As long as you pay your utility bills, you turn on the tap, water will flow. You turn on the click, lights will come on, right? This is a really, really blessed life. And above all, you have a chance. I told you, this is the age of the Dhamma. Dhamma is making a comeback. Big way. Really big way. Because Dhamma is the only teaching from ancient time that is completely in sync with science. If this is the age of science, it has to be the age of Dhamma. Do you understand? This is the only teaching completely in sync. Nothing, no one, a scientist can stand up and accuse the Buddha, got it wrong. Sir, you got it wrong. Cannot be done. So we are very blessed to take on a human birth with the capacity to understand and the time to apply and be able, therefore, in this life to grow, literally grow in the Dhamma. How can we not make the best use of it? And the reason why we are in this wonderful state is because our predecessors had done it right. It gave us this birth. So therefore, you must continue to do it right and ensure that the next person who comes along after you will also enjoy all the good conditions. So perhaps everyone make a quiet aspiration here. If there is another life, let me come back to the Dhamma. Okay? We're done. We're not taking question. Okay, maybe just 10 minutes of question from the floor.
Thank you very much, Sister Sylvia. Not only are we blessed to be able to learn the Dhamma, but we're also very blessed today to have you as our speaker to make it easy for us to understand. So before we close the session, are there any questions, any burning questions to ask Sister Sylvia? Yes, we've got two that I noticed.
Thank you, Sis Sylvia. Thank you very much. Just now you mentioned about there are four important components in EQ, and I think I missed the last one. The first one was understanding yourself. Second one, managing your emotion. Third one is understanding others.
Fourth one is managing others. Managing relation.
Right.
No, sorry. Understanding relation. Understanding others. Understanding others. Understanding relationship, and managing them.
Thank you, Sister Sylvia. My question is, just now you were talking about 10 ways that the Buddha taught on changing the mental narrative. And I wanted to check whether it was in your suggested reading or if you can point us to it. Yeah.
Giri Mananda Sutta.
How to spell that? Sorry.
Girimanda. I think it's Anguttara Nikaya 10.6. I love proactive students, man. Thank you. One more question I'll take.
Okay, last one over here. Anybody?
Oh, okay.
Hi,
We'll give two questions online.
Hi, Sister Sylvia May. Thank you for the wonderful talk. I feel very contented, especially after you did the last segment about what the things that we usually take for granted. So thank you for that. My question is pertaining what kind of intention or mindset should we have when we are putting effort to take care of the world outside, like relationships, time, money, the more mundane matters. Because I tend to see them in terms of worldly wins.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
And when I actually do them, sometimes the effort I feel, I really sometimes I don't know how to approach it. Yeah, in a way that is,
Okay.
yeah, that is good. Yeah.
You remember earlier on I gave you a list on inner cultivation? Those mental states, you don't have to, okay, if you can, you just recall the mental states. So for instance, you tell yourself generous, generous, generous. Compassion, compassion, compassion. You use words like that as a reminder that you're trying to anchor your mental state on something wholesome that you tackle. That you remind yourself. Don't say too much. For you, no need to say too many words. No need to say, I have to do this because la la la. No need too long. You just be generous. Be generous. Maybe we should have a whole series of talks on how you operationalize these mental states. But be generous basically means put aside your own desires, your own judgment, your own views, your own intent, your entitlement, yourself. Put it aside and focus on that. So the mind knows how to toggle, you see. If the mind, typically our regular mind will toggle on the narratives. If it's unpleasant, it goes back to the unpleasant, unwholesome narrative. So you want to turn that, you have to break that narrative, stop it, and then you just say generous, generous, kind, kind, generous, patience, whatever you call it. Pick a word that resonates with you for you to cultivate, for you to anchor, for you to tackle. Okay?
Thank you, Sis Sylvia. Two questions from the Facebook. One, if the people trapped in the vicious pain are siblings and the rest decided to walk away, but a helpless parent is held at ransom, what is your advice to the rest, I think?
I usually tell, if I've done this before, I tell people, don't talk. No need to talk. If you want to hang around, you hug, you hold, you accompany, you don't say. There's nothing to say. When a person is in pain, they cannot hear you anyway, because the mind has been trapped in some kind of messaging. It may be organically distorted, but it's still organic, it's still mechanical, it's stuck already. So what do? You basically try and create the external condition for this person. Don't talk. I understand. Never mind. We go out for a walk. Give you a good hug. Bring the fellow into nature. The fellow will not go into nature. May not want to. Give the fellow an outing. Go to the sun. The sun is very powerful. The sun, it's very powerful in terms of changing the chemicals composition of your brain. Many a times when we get caught in a negative spiral, it's because the chemicals that has been released by your brain is trending towards negative. Your cortisol and your adrenaline. What you want is to create the condition to trigger the positive, the dopamine, the serotonin, the melatonin, whatever you name it, these guys, the endorphin. Endorphin is triggered when you exercise. But these guys don't want to exercise. Okay, we go into the sun. We go for a walk. Your sunlight will trigger some of these positive neurotransmitters. Okay? Don't talk. What's there to talk? It's just going to change it's going to stay in your mind. It's going to cause you pain. So you know what? We go for a walk. We go breathe teach the person, breathe. When you do this deep breathing, it also changes certain neurochemicals. That's what you want. So for those students who are struggling at school and feeling very lost, feeling very pain, next morning, early, wake up, go for a walk. Go breathe in the air before the carbon monoxide comes in. Do things like that. Walk in nature. You do these things, then you say, just do these things? Yes. If the person wants to talk, you tell the person, I understand, give the fellow a hug. The other thing that changes chemicals is really your hugs. The rubbing, the stroking, the petting, the cuddle, all these. Look, the mind is already dysfunctional of sort, right? It cannot walk. It got caught in a organic trap. Use your understanding of the neurochemicals to take this person out. Then you say, can meditation help? Only when the mind is ready. The mind is not ready. The fellow go and try meditation. You will need Beng Hok to sit next to the fellow, make sure the fellow doesn't spiral. I'm busy for the next talk. If you tell this person who's in depression to go and meditate, it can create more problem. Because the mind is trapped in it's a neurotransmitter trap. The fellow got stuck there. You go, your car drive into the sandpit, then is it going to come out? It will not come out. You need to intervene to get it out. Okay.
Thank you. Last question. Is buying shares of a company dealing in gambling and intoxicants wholesome?
The moment your mind asks this question, it means your mind is disturbed. Any shares is not worth a disturbed mind. Okay? Any other question? No more, right?
Thank you, Sis Sylvia. Over to Lisa.
Thank you, Sister Sylvia, for all the questions. So we'll now go into the closing. Let us all get into Anjali and to do dedication of merits. After having gone through a beautiful session today, let us share the merits as well. So in Anjali, let us invite all sentient beings to participate in our acquired merits. Eta wata cha amhehi sambatam punya sampadang sabbe dewa anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya eta wata cha amhehi sambatam punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya eta wata cha amhehi sambatam punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya. Let us dedicate the merits of participating in a wholesome Dhamma activity to our departed relatives and friends. Idam me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam me nyatinam hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam me nyatinam hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. End of service dedication. I dedicate the merits which I've accumulated to the cultivation of my mind in order to bring happiness and benefits to all sentient beings. I dedicate the merits to my parents, children, spouse, relatives, friends, colleagues, and my adversaries, wishing them long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. May we never part from the triple gem, and may we always walk the path towards enlightenment. Closing homage. Let us pay respects to the triple gem. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagawa Buddhang Bhagavantam Abhivademi. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sangham Namami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you all, brothers and sisters. May you be well and happy. Wishing you a pleasant week ahead. Thank you.